Hey everybody, welcome to the Makeup Chair. So today we're doing a look inspired by Bella from Twilight when she's actually human, and I just really hope that you enjoy it because it's a really kind of easy everyday look, and just keep watching. Okay, so we're going to start off with the skin. I've already done a little bit, so I'm just going to show you guys kind of how I did it. So we're first of all going to take, this is Tinted Love, and it is a highlighter and a tint, like a stain, in this nice kind of red color. So we're first of all going to take the highlighter, which is a liquid highlighter. Now if you had like a creamy kind of eyeshadow, you could use that as well, as long as it blends quite well. So we're just going to take a little bit of the highlighter, and you're going to place it in a kind of a C shape, so like around the eye and then down, because we're going to try and create a heart-shaped face like what Bella has. So we're just going to go around that, and it also thins out the face, so even if you don't want to look exactly like Bella, you know, this is just going to thin your face out anyway. So we're just going to keep going down like this, kind of circles, patting it in there. And the reason we're placing this underneath our foundation is because it looks like it's an inner glow rather than you actually putting makeup on, so it looks really, really natural. I'm going to take the stain, which is this nice red color, and we're just going to place that onto the cheeks. Just a little bit lower to where you actually place the highlighter. But don't bring it in too far, and don't bring it in too like long down here. We're just going to pat that in. Move on to our foundation. I've already applied a little bit on already, but we're just going to take our foundation. You can take a tinted moisturizer, or you can take foundation and mix it up with some moisturizer, or you can take it onto a sponge and you'll get a very light kind of tint to the skin rather than anything too heavy, because we want to keep this very, very natural so it looks like we're not really wearing any makeup at all. So I'm just going to apply it with my fingertips. I'm using Rimmel's Lasting Finish because I want a little bit more coverage, but this blends really well so it looks like you're not wearing any. So I'm just going to blend this where I kind of need it, and then blend it over where we placed that tint and stuff, just very gently patting it on. Just want to keep it very natural, and always remember to blend like really, really well. But using a wet sponge will actually make it easier for you as well, and it gives a very soft kind of finish to the skin. Now you're going to take your concealer. Use a concealer that's slightly more concentrated so you don't have to use as much, so it actually looks really, really natural rather than keep piling it on to cover a spot. You can just use a very small amount of the more concentrated one. That's just a little tip if you don't want to wear too much makeup. Now just to set everything, I'm just going to take a pressed powder. You can use the loose powder if you want. I'm just going to take it onto a little sponge. We're just going to dab this kind of all over the face a tiny bit like this. There's barely anything on the sponge. It's just keeping it very, very natural. And then because I want to create a heart-shaped face, I'm going to place a little bit back here because it kind of flattens whatever color there, because this is a matte one. So it just kind of flattens where you want to kind of thin. So we're going to go over and we're going to use a bronzer or contouring color, whatever it may be for you. And we're just going to take it onto a nice fluffy brush, but I'm going to taper it a little bit. So like a kabuki brush or something like that. So taper it a little bit, tap it off. Or you're first of all going to place it right on the jawline, and then kind of blend it upwards just underneath kind of the cheekbone. So it's this whole area here, this kind of long triangle shape that you're going to do from the ear downwards. That's just going to create the illusion that your face is thinner, but it also creates kind of a heart-shaped face. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. I would suggest using some kind of eye primer, but the colours that I'm using blend really well, so I don't really need to use an eye primer. I'm going to be using this Rimmel Trio. First of all, we're going to take this nice light kind of colour here. We're going to place it all over the lid, very kind of lightly. I'm just going to take the middle shade, which is this kind of, see this colour right here? I think it's really, really pretty. It's a kind of a brownie, almost kind of close to your skin color. I mean, using these kind of colors, they're quite close to your skin color, so they're going to look really, really natural when they're on. I'm using a pinpointed brush here, and we're just going to place this into the crease like this. But we're going to stick to kind of the outer part of the eyelid, and then I'm just going to blend it to where my lashes start as well. Now we're going to take that same palette and we're going to use the very last color, which is kind of a darker brown. Take a little bit of that and we're going to place it underneath the eye, because we're not going to be placing any line or anything, so this just adds a little bit of definition to the eye. I'm only going to bring it into where my lashes kind of stop. Now we are going to do our mascara. So the really good thing about this is that there's very little mascara that she actually wears in it. It's just a very light coat of it. So we're going to first of all curl the lashes really well to try and get that lift, because our eyelashes always look kind of lifted and curled. So curling them with a nice curler, this is a number 7 curler, and then just holding it there for about 30 seconds and you'll get a really kind of good lift that should stay there all day. Now we're going to coat with some Rimmel mascara, and I'm just going to coat 1 or 2 coats. And underneath. Now if you didn't have naturally black lashes or anything like that, you could try using a little bit of clear mascara instead, just to keep it very natural. And I'm just going to go over and take any excess off the lashes using my fingertips. See if most of it comes out there, because I really just want to coat them in black rather than adding lots of clumpy mascara or anything. Even though this mascara works really well because it doesn't clump the lashes. I'm just going to go on the bottom lashes as well. Making sure that they're as natural as possible. So we're going to move on to the lips, and we are going to take this color, which is a Rimmel. This is East End Snob, and it's this really nice pinky kind of shade, very natural. And we're just going to line the lips with this. That's kind of basically all we're going to really do with the lips. We're going to line them, and then we're going to use some lip gloss, and I'm going to be using this 3D effect. This is number 34. Place a little bit of that on. I'm only using this small amount. I'm going to use my fingertips and rub it in. So it stays really natural looking, but it still has that kind of a softer kind of satin kind of sheen to the actual lips. That's basically the look. It's really super fast. It's really easy to do. It's very kind of day look, but it's kind of inspired by Bella from the movie. So I really hope that you enjoyed that. And if you want to kind of make this look more kind of vampy, a little bit more nighttime, then you can watch the Bella transformation video that I'm going to have, and you can just check the link below. And I really hope that you enjoyed this. I'm Shandy Kitty, and thanks for watching.